This news update is brought to you by This is the Noon Barbados Today update for Monday, August 11th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. Good afternoon. We begin with an update on the country's latest murder. Police have now released the identity of the 20-year-old man who died from a gunshot wound to the chest yesterday. He is Romario Yarde of Field Place, Bayville, St. Michael. According to police, Yarde succumbed to his injury after he was dropped off at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital by a number of unidentified men. Lawmen are seeking the public's assistance in this latest shooting death, and anyone with information is being asked to contact the police at emergency number 211 or 430-7189. Absolute nonsense. That's how political activist Robert Bobby Clarke is describing government's $200 million plan for Sam Lord's Castle. Clarke, who called off a planned protest against the government's handling of the country's affairs over the weekend because of a low turnout, says the Frontal Stewart administration is not focused on the issues facing the country.
The nonsense that has been spoken again in relation to Sam Lord's Castle is absolute nonsense. It doesn't take a professor or a student to understand that. You are telling the people again you're going to get more jobs, and they've been saying this since the hotel down in Black Rock has not been open, has been left dead as idle for more than 4 years. So at what level would the Barbadian people get up to that? This is surprising. It's surprising that, I don't know if they're so mentally beaten that they see in their mind they cannot do anything about it.
A local councillor is calling for immediate action to put a stop to bullying in the country before it gets out of control. Shawn Clarke, head of the non-governmental organization Supreme Counselling, says the trend is affecting almost all schools across the island. At the weekend launch of a one-month program on anti-bullying activities for children, organized by Sheraton Mall, Clarke told Barbados Today of an extreme case. He said the experience can be devastating for some young people.
Young man at another secondary school in Barbados where he engraved the word help in his right leg. This was not done with a marker. It was not done with a pen. This was done with a sharp-edged object. And when we asked, why did you do it? He said to us that the pain of being bullied is nothing compared with the pain doing that to himself. And that was a cry for help. We know that there are serious incidents in Barbados in our schools. Some of them are coming to the fore. Some of them are still being left unreported, being left unnoticed. But I think as Barbadians, we need to get up. We need to know what is happening. We need to take bullying seriously because it is having devastating effects on our children.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
It's your sun power.
To the region now, the conspiracy trial of Jamaican entertainer Vybz Kartel is expected to begin today. Kartel, whose name is Adidja Palmer, is jointly charged with fellow entertainer Vanessa Sadler, more popularly known as Gaza Slim, and Andre Henry, otherwise called Pim Pim, with perverting the course of justice. Henry and Sadler are out on bail while Kartel is serving a life sentence for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams. It's alleged that Kartel and Sadler were part of a plot to undermine the police's investigation into Williams' death.
Further afield, Iraqi's new president Fouad Massoum has snubbed incumbent Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki and appointed the Deputy Parliament Speaker Haider al-Abadi to form the new government. The move has, however, raised fears of more infighting in the government as the country faces the threat of Sunni militants in the north. In a televised address, President Massoum gave al-Abadi 30 days to form a new government and present it to Parliament for approval. But the former Prime Minister says he's filing a suit against the President for failing to name him Prime Minister. And on that note, we end our Noon Barbados Today update. We'll be back again at 6 this evening. Until then, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and our email updates, and like us on Facebook to get the latest news and sports. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. I'm Dawn Paris. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to join us again at 6 this evening.
This news update is brought to you by